message to all of my friends. We'll be looking flashy in my Mercedes Benz. I got lots of style, check my gold diamond rings. I can go for miles if you know what I mean. Get this party started on a Saturday night. Everybody's waiting for me to arrive. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. Pumping up the volume, breaking down to the beat. Cruising through the west side, we'll be checking the scene. Boulevard is freaking as I'm coming up fast. I'll be very rubber, you'll be kissing my ass. Pull up to the bumper, get out of the car. License plate says down the number one superstar. Woo! I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. 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 Making my connection as I enter the room.
Hello, good afternoon. How the devil are you? If you didn't know, my name is Kellie-Jay Keen. I'm leader of Party of Women. We are going to change the landscape, political landscape in the UK this year. How are we going to do it? Well, I'm not going to do it all on my own because whilst it's almost something I could achieve, I'm sure, it's very important that we get you lovely, brave women up and down the country to come and speak for yourselves. So there's a nice little QR code, or you can go to the website partyofwomen.org and you can become a candidate there. What you need to do is you need to just select the candidate form. It's very simple. It says candidate at the top button. Click on that, fill out the form, and let's get started. To remind you, what we will be doing once you have completed your form is we'll let you know when there are various training sessions that you're going to have some work to do this weekend, in fact. So I just want to be really, really clear. We can spoon feed you if you want, but actually you're going to have to do some work. So if you think that you want to do this and you get, I think it's about £12,000 worth of expenses. Don't quite know how that works. But we are looking for county councillors. Now, the reason we're looking for county and city and borough councils, right? So we're looking for those sorts of things. There's some work that you need to do beforehand. You need to find out. You need to get 2 people to nominate you, for example. Do you know 2 people who are actually registered in whatever ward or borough it is that you intend to run for? I don't think it's ward, actually. I think it's borough. These are the sort of questions that my lovely, beautiful assistant will be able to answer in the training sessions. So you need to find out a little bit about it. This is on the form, and then you can put yourself forward. So when are your next elections? All those sorts of bits of information are things that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to familiarize yourself with the specific process, where you can get the forms, when they have to be submitted, whether or not there are council elections this year, wherever you are. And let me just say, if you do become a councillor or if you run for council, it doesn't prevent you from also running as an MP. So if you've got your ambitions on sitting in the House of Commons, then you can still do that even if you're a councillor. But for me, the way this will work, the way that women will gain power and have access to conversations is in these local councils. This is our first step. This is the point at which we say, can we be taken seriously? Are we a force to be reckoned with? Is this something that we can do? And if it is, and the public understand that we really do mean business, this is not some gimmick. This is not a hashtag. This is not just writing a letter, hoping and praying, or getting something published in the Times, lots of signatures. It's not that. This is a very serious weapon that we have, which is women, and women's conversations, and the sort of women that we want standing are all sorts of women. Really, really all sorts of women. The sort of women that actually get stuff done. Those women are the women that we want. If that's you, it's about time you became a candidate. So I'm not saying it's going to be a breeze. I'm just saying that there are few times in your life, in any of our lives actually, where we get to really trust who are we? Who are we? For some of us, it's when we have our first baby and maybe we thought we were going to be selfish. Maybe we didn't think we were going to be an extraordinary mother. Maybe we had no expectations. And then we really get tested. Is at that time, or when somebody desperately needs us, or when we face incredible trauma or heartache or grief in our lives, we get to understand who are we. This is one of those moments. Who are you? Are you the woman that is willing to put herself forward and really take on a lion's share of this fight? Are you that woman? Are you a woman that's always fancied yourself as someone sort of quite robust and get things done, but this particular thing frightens you? You think that maybe you're not cut out for it. Can I just tell you, you are. Look around your local council if you doubt at all, if you ever have any doubts that you aren't fit to run, that you aren't good enough to run, just look at our MPs. Really, just look at our MPs. You know as well as I do that when you listen to someone like Keir Starmer who can't answer a direct question, you know as well as I do that you're shouting at the television, that you're saying, how ridiculous, why can't he just answer? Well, I'm going to ask you, why can't you? Why can't you be the person that they ask questions of and that you give honest, straightforward, real vocabulary type answers? Because I think it should be you. I think we should have about 200 women putting themselves forward, if not more, but I think 200 is a damn good start. So I want that to be you. If you've ever kind of felt, if you've ever come to a Let Women Speak event, and you've ever sort of put yourself forward and you've spoken, Um, I think this is right up your street. And if not you, then who? And if not now, like when? When are you going to do it? When is going to be the right time for you to say, I've had enough? Now, let me just put you in the picture. So you've got the Conservative government who have allowed all of this to happen. I personally got kicked out of a Conservative Party women's group, women's organisation, for asking the question, what is a woman? I mean, this is years ago, 2019, I think it was. And I asked Maria Miller, what is a woman? Keir Starmer has just admitted that the only reason he's changed on some of his lines in public is because of what happened in Scotland. What? So before a man who had raped women was going in a women's prison, Keir Starmer had no idea what a woman was? He's just suddenly remembered? That's weak. These are fundamentals. And there are so many politicians that have absolutely categorically refused to talk about this. And I just think they're wrong. I don't think it should be politically expedient to avoid one of the major issues that is talked about constantly, that has seen women lose their jobs, that has eradicated the fertility of some children. It's not good enough to have been quiet all these years. It's just simply not. So you use that little QR code to become a candidate. You pop along to the website, you fill out that form. We're going to show you how to do it. You had better get your skates on. This is not the time to procrastinate and decide that, oh, maybe. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen if you do it? That you get elected? You got to go to a few meetings. You've got to actually represent women. You've got to have a voice to power. You've got to speak in places where women are too afraid at the moment to speak, or too coerced, or too manipulated, or too stupid. Is it going to be you? Are you going to be part of the movement that actually doesn't just say, please, sir, can I have some more? But actually is making the damn porridge. I see us as women coming back to an untidy playroom and telling everyone it's about time they put their bloody toys away. That's how I feel. I feel that I feel that we need matriarchs to come back into the public square and start sorting things out. Because whilst we've been away, whilst we've been busy looking the other way, maybe taking care of our children or busy trying to forge careers, whilst we've been doing that, this country has run amok. It's absolutely insane what's going on in schools. We need you to talk about schools. We need you to talk about the police and the judiciary. We need you to talk about what's happening in all aspects that councils touch, whether it's new public toilets, whether it's leisure centres, everywhere. This pernicious ideological cult has managed to get its slippery, dirty little fingers is a place where you need to go along with a nice soapy flannel and clean it up. So I am really looking forward to this. It's your weekend. The time is now. Please don't wait. Please don't think that somebody else is going to do it because they're not. If it's not you, then maybe nobody steps forward. And if nobody steps forward, then you need to quit your whining because that's all it amounts to. If your anger and your fear and your absolute kind of dismay as to what's been happening for the last few years, if that's where it ends, just talking, feeling, if it doesn't end in action, then it's all been for nothing. So now is the time, you lovely people. If you cannot stand as a candidate for whatever reason, then please join us as a member because your membership will help fund our pushback. And we are also very, very happy to receive donations. As I am the queen of merch, there will be a variety of that arriving in store soon. So do keep watch. But now is the time to put yourself forward for candidate. If you're not a member of Party of Women yet, why not? Hurry up. Time is of the essence. Look, if you become a candidate, if enough of you put yourselves forward and you campaign well and you follow the rules, and we just make a difference, then I promise we will win. If you can speak directly to people, if you're not afraid, if you don't mind being disliked, and you think that time is now and that you can be the answer, then I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Because I never lose.